Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
And to get us underway, that was Skylar Cole singing the Star-Spangled Banner.
Feeling like it's me against the world, but I can give a f who my opponent is. And I came here to change it. Big my belief, now they calling me dangerous. Taking the throne and I'm gonna maintain it. I gotta go down as just one of the greats.
Takes flight. Oh, down. Clear the deck. Deck cleared. Greetings, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for our latest presentation of NBA basketball. With Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke, this is Brian Anderson, plus our reporter, Allie LaForce. And a chance now to take a look at the schedule for the Indiana Pacers. On Monday, they'll be playing against Joel Embiid and the Philadelphia 76ers. Then on Wednesday, they'll be matching up against DeMar DeRozan and the Chicago Bulls. A look at the starting group for the Pistons. Bagley and Stewart together down low. Cunningham is out there with Corey Joseph, and it's Burks in at the 3 spot. And for Indiana, Miles Turner out there with Smith. Then it's Chris Duarte. Then there's Tyrese Halliburton, and it's Hield in at the shooting guard position. And if your team is starting out slower than anticipated, how do you prevent frustration from setting in, Grant?
That's a tough one. I mean, the trick is to try to stay even-keeled. It's such a long season. You're going to have highs and lows. Just treat this like any other low point at any other time of the year. It should pass.
Here's Joseph. Pass to Stewart. Now Bagley. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
First bucket of the evening. Now, both teams are really looking to exploit matchups here.
What's going to be fascinating to watch is which matchups are they willing to go exploit. That pass had to be thrown not only in the right spot, but at the right time.
And in Jaden Ivey and Jalen Duren, the Pistons taking arguably the 2 best athletes in the 22 draft. The youth movement is on, and Detroit is definitely fun to watch.
Well, Burke showing he's more than just a scorer. Terrific pass to his teammate.
Here's Smith. Uses the glass on the layup. And we're about a minute into the first. Pass to Stewart. On the wing, Burks. Back to Stewart. And finished off by Stewart.
And a solid pick to free him up for the dunk.
Boy, the timing there couldn't be any better.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow.
Miles Turner with that length sends it back twice on the pipes. Miles.
This team looks to him to score the ball. They feel good when he's taking the shots.
Here's Joseph, defended by Halliburton. And that one's good. Bagley.
I'll tell you, terrific read from Corey Joseph. He recognizes the overcommitment of the defense and takes advantage.
Here's Smith. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Personal foul.
It'll be on Marvin Bagley.
No debate there. He got hammered.
So both teams making some changes here. And the second free throw is good. And Detroit has possession. This game coming on the heels of their win versus the Knicks.
You have to credit the game plan going in, especially at the offensive end, where they were just so relentless.
And that's not an easy environment to play in. To score at the rate they did on the road says a lot about their intensity and focus.
And hitting from the mid-range here and early. I mean, really gives the defense just another thing to worry about.
They're basically saying you're going to have to guard us at every point on the floor tonight if you're going to have any chance.
First personal foul.
The free throw drops for Diallo. The Pacers are not the only pro team in town. The Fever get great support in the WNBA doors.
They certainly do, BA, and it speaks to how special the game of basketball is in the Hoosier State. Every level, from high school to college to pro, they simply love the game, and we're with that.
Tice is checked in for Smith.
Oh, phenomenal hustle. He has a knack for those boards.
Man, he is tenacious when that ball goes up. To the inside, Olynyk. And it's Olynyk with a jam.
And I'll tell you what, that's what being unselfish is all about. Ivy finding the open man.
Yep, that one goes. McConnell's got his second bucket on the night. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played so far. Cunningham with the ball. Coming off a terrific game against New York. They grab their own miss. Here's Olynyk. Tice with the defensive effort.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. It's the Pacers leading by 1. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2.
Fans, please give a big round of applause for your...
And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. All right, let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Pacers so far, guys.
They're off to a rock-solid start. They brought a well-thought-out plan into this one.
What terrific work at the offensive end. They have built some early momentum here.
Halliburton and Mathurin man the backcourt together. Miles Turner out there with Daniel Tice. And it's Duarte in at the 3. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Pacers. Oh, the big finish by Bagley.
How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
And that one drops for him. Well, you know it takes courage to draw charges. Guys get trucked all the time, and they still call a blocking foul. You think more of those should be no calls, Grant?
You know, B.A., courage is the right word. If you're willing to step in there and sacrifice your body for the sake of the team, you know what? If you don't give them a charge, I prefer the no call. I like that idea. Good heads-up basketball. Sees an opening and capitalizes.
And it's Mathurin missing. The Pistons trailing.
2 minutes remaining in the
Pass
first
to
half.
Bagley.
2 minutes.
The 3 is up. The rebound by Turner.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Hey, every team wants a guy who can block shots, and they certainly want a guy who can hit threes. Miles Turner does both, Grant.
Yes, he does, B.A. Miles has led the league in blocks multiple times. He also shot it well from the three-point range. He's just a unique skill set. It's really hard to find guys like Turner.
And that one's good. Bagley.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue to get attacked.
Here's Halliburton. Doesn't go that time. The Pistons go the other way with it. It's off to Washington after this one, where they will face the Wizards. That game will conclude the 3-game road trip they're currently on.
Always engaged on the defensive end. Daniel Tice with the excellent rejection.
And he gets the bucket. Halliburton's got 8 points. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Here's Ivy. Well, he hasn't put up any points yet in this one. Diallo gets the bucket.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Halliburton, the pass to Turner. Rebound Detroit. Diallo outside. To the paint. And Stewart with the basket on the assist from Diallo. 6 points for him.
Good passing to set that up. Teamwork on display.
There's Tice with a 3. Drops in the 3.
I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open, and they just got burned.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Works for 3. Duarte grabs the board. Indiana leading.
And they can run out the clock here. No need to rush it.
Well, it's trying to close the quarter strong, and by that, take a great shot without giving them an opportunity for another one down the other end.
Now here's Burks. Pass to Ivy. Now here's Bagley. The three, Diallo. The shot misses. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. It's the Pacers. They lead by 4. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break.
Hello there, everybody. It's halftime, and right now the Indiana Pacers are in the midst of a good battle.
The bench is one of the strengths of this team, with some big-time scoring power. They've carried the extra load offensively.
And that's an advantage not every team has. And now, let's focus on a couple of guys who have been getting it done in the first half.
They've each been fantastic tonight, playing with fire, doing just about everything. Lots of pressure on these two in the second half.
I remember being the guy on a given night. Well, for me, it was all nights.
Thanks for tuning in. Now we head back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Marvin Bagley really making a difference here.
And in the first half, he dominated in the post. He got the looks he wanted and was able to execute.
It felt like his work on the interior really gave this offense a boost. Let's see if he can dominate the rest of the way.
Setting the floor for the Pistons. Bagley and Stewart together down low. Corey Joseph out there with Cunningham. And it's Burks in at the three, the small forward. The Pistons shooting it well, around 55% for the game. And last season, the NBA mourned the passing of Hall of Famer Bob Lanier. He played his first decade with the Pistons.
A sad loss for the NBA. Now, he represented them 7 times as an all-star. But for all his greatness on the court, he'll be remembered just as much for the work he did off the court as the league's global ambassador.
Boy, how about the release? I mean, no sooner does that ball hit his hands than he rises and fires. Buddy Hield doing what he's paid for.
Now here's Cunningham. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change. Oh, the big finish by Bagley.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. The three, Smith. Down it goes, and a great assist by Halliburton. Smith's got 8.
Halliburton can be so clever with the basketball, helps yet another teammate take advantage of an opening.
Cunningham passes to Stewart, and finished off by Stewart.
Flying in with the one-hand slam.
That right there was a statement finish. A big group substitution here for Indiana. Latase's checked in for Turner. Jackson comes in for Smith. Neesmith, he's checked in for Duarte. And it's McConnell in for Halliburton. Noel, he's checked in for the Pistons. Olenek comes in for Bagley.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc. Well, the #1 overall pick in 2021, Cade Cunningham, ended up 3rd in the Rookie of the Year voting, but nevertheless had an outstanding first season. And it's amazing. Their slim advantage on the board seems a lot larger than it is.
From 12 feet, off the left rim and out. The Pistons have gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. Burks with it, and it's Hield picking him up. The three. Burks no good. Indiana's gone 3 of 5 from the perimeter in this game. Here's Neesmith driving in. Doesn't go for him. Excellent D there from Noel. Outside Burks. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. They swipe it. Here's Cunningham. Goes back up. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
First personal foul.
Alec Burks continuing to develop into a dependable scorer. He's got great size for a 2-guard.
For the Pistons, Diallo comes in for Cade Cunningham, and Ivy subbed in for Joseph.
This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
Indiana again missing.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
Pass to Olynyk from downtown. Pacers with a rebound. Batadze's got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's Hield, and it's good. But hang on here. The officials may want to take a look at it on the replay monitor. Well, we thought
The previous play is under review.
are going to review the play. They're trying to see if he released the ball before the buzzer or not.
And there's really plenty of time remaining in this game, so you want to make sure the right call was made.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
And after reviewing the play, it looks like they're overturning the call here. That basket is good.
It would have been a real shame if those points didn't count. I'm so glad the officials were able to take a second look and make the right call.
And here at the end of the third, it's a double-digit ball game. The Pacers out in front, up by 10. And don't go away. We'll be back in a few moments. It'll be the 4th.
Fans, please give a big round of applause.
And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th quarter. Halliburton and Matherin man the backcourt together. Moshe Brissett out there with Miles Turner. And it's Duarte in at the 3. That's the 5 for the Pacers.
What a remarkable vertical. Nerlens Noel demonstrating what a sensational athlete he is.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Diallo passes to Bagley, inside. And Cunningham gets it to go on the assist from Bagley. Cunningham's got his first points of the game. Indiana's gone 3 of 5 from the perimeter in this game. And the whistle blows as the basket counts. Chance at a 3-point opportunity here. One free throw coming up. Hield's checked in for Indiana. And the Pistons making a change here. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Pacers.
Well, you have to like what you've seen from them defensively. They've done well contesting shots and have managed to come away with some blocks, too.
They've also been scoring on the break. With how difficult it is to get buckets in the half court, anytime you can push the ball in transition for easy ones, that's big time.
Turner, no good. The Pistons have gone 3 of 4 in the 4th and looking confident on offense. Pass to Bagley. Oh, the big finish by Bagley.
Earning his money on the interior tonight. That's a nice move.
Here's Duarte. Knocks it down from distance.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
And that one's good. Bagley.
What a great shooting performance. His percentage is outstanding.
Halliburton on the wing. For 3. Here's Turner. Chalk up 2 there. Turner's got 5 points in the quarter.
Miles Turner is simply a workhorse. I mean, he keeps plays alive with his length and activity.
For Detroit, they've got 5 of 6 shots to go in the 4th. They get it back.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. You just missed it.
Down low. Here's Brissett. Again, the Pacers. Good for 2 more.
And a comfortable win for them here. Game is out of reach. Time for the fans now to celebrate a win for the Pacers.
Well, Grant, I don't know if there was one deciding factor in this game, but I'd say shooting accuracy if I had to choose.
Agreed, B.A. They really went after quality looks and shot the ball with confidence.
And this one concludes with their second victory of the year.
Yeah, this is far from the last word in the season series. Still 3 more meetings between them and plenty of motivation to square things up.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Tyrese Halliburton.
He was just everywhere for them on both ends, really, just showing a lot of aggressiveness and intensity.
And the Pistons call time here. They trail by 10. There's 42 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Some changes for Indiana. Smith, he's checked in for Turner. Neesmith comes in for Duarte. And it's McConnell in for Halliburton. Detroit with the ball. Trailing by 10. Cunningham passes to Noel. And the layup is good off the glass.
How about that show of strength from Nerlens Noel? No fear in how he attacks the defense on these shots.
9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. A nice shot by Smith.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
Yep, that one goes.
Well, 6'11", Nerlens Noel, so efficient down deep, working his magic thanks to that great size.
McConnell's shot is off. Pass to Cunningham. Over to the wing. Here's Joseph. Gets the 3 to fall. Now McConnell. And so the Pacers take the win. Boy, a hard-fought game. They did a great job of holding on to the lead at the end.
You get the coffee, because that's the way to close. You're going to face some obstacles in the game. They overcame every one.
And that'll do it, folks. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Doris Burke, I'm Brian Anderson saying thanks for tuning in as we present the New Balance Player of the Game.